2019 Costa Championship, practice day 4, final day. We're out here on Lake Cumberland. My name is Matt Wood from Jesseville, Arkansas. I qualified through the Central Division. This lake's fishing a little tough right now. I'm going to show you a little ways that I'm going to try and break it down today. So I live 10.5 hours away from this lake. I've never been here. I did some research, but what I found on my research is most of the tournaments that are here are during the spring, and that doesn't really relate to what we're doing right now. My home lake is Ouachita, so it's similar in ways because it's deep and clear. It's got rock, but it's different here because it's winter drawdown. I've never seen a lake that's 30 foot low. There's not a whole lot to look for. It's just a bunch of rock and points and creeks. So I really don't do a whole lot of research because I don't want to get confused on what I should be doing, but I do look at, if it's a really deep lake and if it's clear, which this one obviously is. And so I had a game plan coming in. It's not really worked out. It's been really tough on me, but on the third day of practice yesterday, we figured a little something out that I'm hoping we can run and maybe figure out and expand on it today and really figure something out. So this season I fished the Central Division. We fished Kentucky Lake to start out. That lake's fishing super tough right now. Anybody in the fishing industry knows that it's struggling, and it was super tough. I caught one keeper, which got me the points. Finished like 86 there. Left there, kind of down on the season right off the bat. Went to the Table Rock and had a whole lot of confidence in that lake because last year I had opportunity to do really good there, and I just blew it day 2. So this year going in, I went in with the same game plan. I figured the fish out really quick there. I was only there for 3 days of practice, and I didn't even practice the third day because of the rain, and I was confident. I knew what I was going to do. Ended up getting 6th place there, so that got my season back on track to qualify. I was sitting 25th in the points going to Lake of the Ozarks. Last year I had a really good Lake of the Ozarks tournament. That lake fishes a lot like Lake Hamilton, back where I'm from, so I'm really confident in the way that it fishes in the fall. I've done good on Hamilton in the fall. It's just a lot bigger and a lot more boat traffic. The tournament there, I couldn't get on them in practice. We struggled there, and I took that right into the tournament. Day 1, I had 1 fish, and I was starting to see this championship go away. And so day 2, I knew that I wasn't there to win anymore. I was there to qualify for this. And I drew a guy that I actually fished with on the final day on Table Rock, and he had some history on Lake of the Ozarks, and he'd won one of these there as a co-angler. And he gave me a bit of advice that morning, and we stuck with it and made some changes along the way, some key changes right there at the end of the day, and I was able to get 4 fish in the boat, and that was enough to get me to 38th place in the points and qualify for this, which was a huge relief. It wasn't a victory as far as the tournament, but it was a victory in qualifying for the championship, which that's the whole reason we fish the divisions throughout the year, is to get here. This is the best of the best, and this is where you want to be. There's nothing else like it. So I'm throwing just a standard original wiggle wart, white colored. There's no particular reason. Just first time I bought one when I was coming here and started catching them on it, and I've been throwing it, but today it's been a little bit slower, so things are changing. When you do look at any research on Cumberland, it's known for a wiggle wart. I've got a buddy that lives out here. He said, wiggle wart is what a lot of fish will be caught on, so that's the only reason I really looked into buying one. And I just got a shad color. I think it matches a lot of the shad that are here. The shad are really small that we've seen, and I think that it really matches that. So I've caught largemouth, spotted bass, and smallmouth all on this bait. So that lets me know that I have the opportunity with all 3. So it gives me more reason to throw it. So with this wiggle wart, I'm targeting between, you know, 6 to 8 to down to 15 foot. And a lot of times I'm hitting bottom, or there's trees everywhere. I'm hitting trees, and this bait's really good at bouncing off that stuff. It's not getting snagged as much as some of the other baits. And these fish are, sometimes they're reacting when it hits something, and sometimes they're just grabbing it. So it's hard to target one specific technique on how to do it. So I'm just going down through here, throwing it at anything. It looks good. And with this thing not getting hung up, I'm able to be way more efficient going down the bank and not having to go get my bait every other cast. Here's a big one. Hooked in the side of the head. And just like that. Now that's a keeper. Need 5 that size. These are probably not gonna win the tournament for you, but you'll be sitting good, and you can go find a way to maybe catch a bigger one. All right, guys, it's time for me to drop y'all off. I'm gonna head back out and look for some more areas. Right now, my pattern that I've got is pretty solid. For today, the weather changes could affect that, but I'm gonna go out and find more water, the right color water and the right color rocks that I'm looking for, or not color rocks, but the right type rock. And as far as a weight-wise for this tournament, I think 12 pounds a day for me is gonna be really good. I've had a tough practice, but the quality fish that I need, I have seen in these areas that I'm fishing. So I'm hopeful that tournament day they decide to show up and I get one of them that'll set me above the crowd. And that's where these tough tournaments, it really plays a factor. And so I'm Matt Wood. Thank you for joining me.